Hey everybody, this is Jim with Harvest Harmonics. I want to thank you for joining us here on the Profitable Farmer. And I'll be honest with you. Today, I'm a little mad. I'm a little frustrated. I'm a little pissed. I'm not happy. Um, and it's not because of anything that I'm doing or anything happened to me. I'm actually pissed on behalf of farmers because I just found out that because of the cost of fuel and transportation going up. And I'm not going to make this into a political rant about the politicians and about the price of gas going up by 30 or 40% since the last election. We're not going to make this into a political rant, but I'm kind of pissed. I mean, because I'm finding out that when they talk about, oh, let's give money away, and then the cost of everything goes up, right? The cost of fuel goes up, the cost of groceries goes up, the cost of living of everything goes up. I'm here in Clearwater, the rent is going up by by 20 or 30% also, the rents and mortgages and stuff like that. So the cost of living is going up. And that's just something that we're not paying attention to, guys. I mean, I think honestly, all those people that are all, we hate, I'm not going to make this into political, but we hate this candidate, we hate that candidate, we need change, we need everything else. And they just think, oh, we're going to get all this free money. And then they don't realize that they're spending 20, 30, 40% more for everything that they're getting. And it frustrates me. Not just frustrates me as an individual, it frustrates me on behalf of my customers because I'm finding out now that because of the increase in fertilizer cost of transportation, excuse me, and trucking, that fertilizer is going to go up 30, 40, 50%. I mean, you're talking about guys that are working their butts off every single day. I mean, working their asses off. Pardon my French, guys, but I'm a little riled up today. You're talking about guys that are just literally working themselves 10, 12-hour days, 6 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week. They're not making a ton of money. It's not like they're making, millions of dollars, most of them. And they're out there working their tails off, and then through no fault of their own, through nothing that they're doing, um, the cost of their expenses goes up by 15, 20% because fertilizer is a huge part of that cost of inputs, right? So you're looking at, their cost is going to go up 10, 15, 20% in the next year or so, just because the cost of transportation and gas went up by that much. To say nothing of the cost of fuel for running their pumps or running their tractors or anything else. I mean, that's all going to go up too. So guys, if you're a farmer and you're watching this, first of all, I'm pissed on your behalf. I'm a little pissed as a consumer because I know that's going to trickle down to me eventually, but I'm really pissed for you guys because you guys work your butts off and nobody gives you that much respect and that much love, and you're certainly not making a ton of money, and yet here you are getting almost like a new bill slapped in your face. How does that make you feel? I mean, do you like that? Do you like to know that your input cost is going to go up 10, 20, 30%? I mean, do you like the fact that because of a political change that you had nothing to do with, maybe, or because of the whims of some new regulation, or the poor management of water or the resources in your state or your area is all costing you to lose money? I mean, I sure don't like that when that happens to me, and I can't imagine you guys like that when it happens to you. So I'm a little irked right now because I'm finding out. I already know I've talked to hundreds of farmers every single week, and I've talked to thousands of farmers around the country and even around the world, and I know what it's like to be out there. Just from talking to you guys, I can understand. I can feel for your plight. But how does that make you feel? I mean, put it in your comments here. I'd like to hear back from you guys. How does it make you feel to know that you know how does it make you feel that you're out there working your butts off trying to get a product out there, trying to grow healthy food for everybody, and next thing a new president comes in, says let's give a bunch of money away to everybody, or a new governor comes in, or a new legislature comes in, or whatever, and they say, well, we're gonna increase the tax on fuel, we're gonna increase the price to where now everybody, or maybe they just do bad deals in the Middle East or something like that, or whatever. They shut down the pipeline, uh, and now all of a sudden gas is $1 more a gallon. It's literally, I think it's about $1.20 a gallon here in Florida, more than it was a year ago. So I can't imagine what it's going to be like in another couple of years. I mean, but the cost of fuel is driving the cost of fertilizer up. So guys, if you know it pisses me off. I'm sorry. I usually don't curse. I usually try not to curse. I try to be more politically correct. I try not to get political because really politics is sort of a way of I call it mental masturbation. It's just sort of like, okay, people start to argue and they don't really come to an agreement. But this kind of irks me because it's really just a decision that is made for whatever reason, and they're not thinking through all the different, how that all trickles down and how that all works out. If you make the minimum wage $30 an hour, and then everybody has to raise their price to pay their employees, and then what does that mean for the at the end of the day? It means that now $30 an hour is going to buy have the same buying power of $10 an hour now. So these guys just don't think through this, and it really is annoying, and it frustrates me because I know that farmers are working their butts off, and now you guys are having to absorb 20-30% more input costs. Or if you're not absorbing it, that means you're trickling it down the line and everybody has to pay more for food, which I wouldn't have a problem paying more for food if it was just healthier and less chemicals and more natural. I mean, I'm willing to pay more for a better product, but if I have to pay more for the same product just because some guy made a decision to hack up the gas prices, I'm not real happy about it. I'm sure you guys are not happy about it either. To that end, I just want to let you know that, guys, we've been true to our word from day one. We've been at this now for over 5 years. I've been at this for 5 years. The company's been at it for 7. We are here to support farmers and do whatever we can do. Now, it happens to be that our technology um, decreases fertilizer usage. It actually makes the plants more efficient so that you don't have to use as much fertilizer. So our way of helping the farmer is by providing a solution to this problem. Now, again, I talk to hundreds of farmers every single day, and believe me, they all love to complain. They all love to complain about the rising cost of inputs. They love to complain about new regulations and poor management and bad water and all this stuff. But the ones that do something about it are the ones that are going to come out ahead, and the ones that are going to survive in some cases. In California, I'm talking to a lot of farmers that are saying they're not even going to plant a crop next year, or they're not even going to water their trees next year for like the almond growers and those guys, because they just say it's not worth it for me to try to pay 3 times more for water if I don't, when I'm not even going to make my money back on the crop. I'm going to lose money just by growing the crop. I mean, imagine if you're in business for 20, 30 years growing a crop, and now all of a sudden, because of some decision that had nothing to do with you or your own business or your own business decisions, all of a sudden now you're finding yourself, instead of being profitable one year, you're not profitable the next, and you're losing money just because of a decision. That makes me mad as an individual and as a citizen. It makes me mad on behalf of the farmers that I talk to, because I love all of you guys, even the ones that are telling me to, you know, get lost and don't ever call me again, lose my phone number for whatever reason, because that's just, maybe I caught them on the wrong day or something, or they just don't think that this technology does what it really does. Fine, that's okay. I understand. But when I find out that these guys are getting blasted by really decisions that have nothing to do with them directly, it really makes me mad. And so it makes me want to get even more involved with farming, and get even more farmers on this product. Not because I'm trying to make a ton of money or I'm trying to sell a product, but because, look, this product really works. This product will save you an input cost. It will increase your yield, and it increases quality. Now, I'm not going to show you the presentation. If you guys are not sure, if you've not joined me before, and you're not sure what I'm talking about, scroll through the Harvest Harmonics Facebook feed or the YouTube channel, and watch some of the videos, watch some of the presentations. I go into detail about how our technology works, why it works, why we're so successful, and why we're helping farmers as much as we are. Because at the end of the day, our real goal and our mission is to help farmers to create better food for everybody. I mean, we're helping farmers create better fruits and vegetables for everybody to eat. When you look out in the world, if you're looking out in the world and you're seeing a lot of insanity or a lot of craziness or a lot of people being irrational, just keep in mind that a big factor of that is nutrition. If people are not well nourished and they're not eating well, then that affects your mental abilities, your mental capacity, affects your ability to sort of have a rational conversation with somebody, believe it or not, and all the other stuff. If you're watching certain politicians who I will not name at this point, making bad decisions on behalf of the people they represent, maybe if they had a better nutritional regimen or better quality food, maybe they would make a little more rational decisions. one can hope, right? But that's our real mission. Our real mission is we want to do our part to make the world a better place. I'm not here to save the world. I'm just here to do my part to see if I can help make it a little bit better. And I think that if we can help farmers increase the quality of the fruits and vegetables and the nutritional value of the fruits and vegetables and reduce the chemical usage, the pesticides, the chemical fertilizers, the other things which are not sustainable or not necessarily healthy in the long term, if we can help farmers reduce their usage and their dependence upon those things, we know that we're doing our part to help everybody eat healthier and benefit. And of course, we understand that we can't just make farmers the enemy. You can't just keep looking at the people who are producing the food that you have and saying you're the bad guy. And I think that's a big part of the problem that I'm kind of angry about the rising cost of fertilizer, the rising cost of inputs. I'm mad because it's like we're vilifying, we're making villains out of the people who are trying their best to give us high quality fruits and vegetables, right? And so instead of like working with farmers to help them create a better product and to make more money doing it, we're trying to make them the villain, or we're putting sanctions and penalties on them for doing what they're doing, which is ultimately trying to feed their own family. I mean, let's face it. No farmer is working 12-hour days, six months out of the year, 8 months out of the year, 9 months out of the year, to intentionally poison people or intentionally try to make a buck. There's not that much money in it, folks. I'm here to tell you, a lot of farmers I'm talking to aren't even making 60, 70,000 a year, and they're working full time at it. So let's stop making farmers the villain. Let's stop making farmers the bad guy. They're not the bad guy. Okay. And I don't even want to make the chemical companies the bad guy, because again, they're providing the solution that they think is the best solution for agriculture. I happen to believe that my product and my technology is a better solution. That's just what I believe. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm not working for Monsanto or Dow Chemical or any of these other companies. And then again, they're doing what they think is right. They're providing a product that they think helps, and as long as it does help, okay, more power to them. But I'm trying to promote something that I believe is more beneficial, not only for the farmer but for the end user, the people eating the food, so that we all have a healthier, more nutritious food to eat. So that's kind of my rant today. I mean, guys, what do you think? I mean, Robert, thanks for commenting there. Um, what do you guys think? I mean, what is your opinion about this? When you hear that the cost of fuel is going to cause the cost of fertilizer to increase by 20, 30, 40%, I mean, how does that make you feel? I'd love to hear your comments and your questions. What is that? What is your take on this? Is this just, well, this is par for the course and we just got to grin and bear it? Or, I mean, are you guys mad about this too? I would be mad. I would be talking to my senators and my congressmen and my assemblymen and my governors. I mean, I would be talking to everybody I can talk to about this if it was me and my business and it was being affected like this. And hopefully you guys are. Hopefully you guys are banding together and we're reaching out to these guys, because at the end of the day, we can't survive if we don't eat healthy food. Number one, as a population, we can't survive. Number one. Number two, we can't survive. It does no good to have these big goals of saving the environment and improving the quality of food if you're not coming up with innovative ways to sort of solve the problems that the producers are having in ways that are maybe more economically beneficial, or maybe even better solutions. Because we had the opportunity through a couple of our contacts where we could have gotten with some government agencies where the governments would have forced the farmers to utilize our technology. Would have said it's a mandate that you use this technology because of the water savings and some of the chemical savings. And we said, no, we don't want to make this a mandatory thing. We want to make this something that farmers want to use and that will use and will benefit from, and not just feel like they're being penalized for not using it. At the end of the day, I think if you wait too long on this, if you wait till everybody else is using it, you'll have penalized yourself by not allowing yourself to make more money with this. So, I'd love to hear from you guys. I'm not seeing any things on social media yet, but guys, just so you know, if you guys want to talk to us, have one-on-one consultations, we got a couple of comments about that. Our numbers here on the feed here, the 727-324-6750. That's the direct line to our office. And you can email us too. I'll put my email address up. I don't have my email address up. You can go to our website. There's a contact form there as well at harvestharmonics.com. You can put a request for a quote in. Just leave us your name and your email address, and we'll reach back out to you if you're interested in seeing what we have and how we can help you. Because again, our mission is just to help farmers at the end of the day, and we get pissed when we get just as pissed on your behalf when we find out that there's people out there who are taking advantage of farmers, who are taking advantage of the hard work that you guys are putting out there. I get accused by some guys that I talk to of being snake oil or being Star Trek or being guys at scam artists and stuff like that. I mean, I get that just like everybody does, and I get that because, people don't understand what I'm trying to do or what my product is all about. They can make that claim. It may sound like I'm trying to promote something, but at the end of the day, I have to take that. I just have to take that. I know that I'm not a scam artist. I know that I'm selling a legitimate product that's been proven on farms and universities around the world. And I know that farmers are going to continue having amazing success with this. And if for some reason a farmer doesn't, I make it right with them. To date, I haven't had a single farmer ever ask for his money back. So I'm batting 1,000 now, and even if I start batting 800 or 900, I mean, my mission is to help farmers. So um, I understand that I'm going to get guys that don't really understand the tech that we have, or they don't really understand how the laws of physics can be directly applied to agriculture. Because again, we're locked in the chemistry phase now. We're locked in the phase where people are using chemicals to sort of solve problems like insects, funguses, and those types of things. And that's fine. I mean, that's a phase. It's a phase, right? Um, back in the 90s and early 2000s, it was GMO. Everybody, all genetic manipulation was the big innovation at that time, right? And then chemicals continue to be used, and GMO is actually used to increase chemical usage, believe it or not. We're trying to make plants resistant to glyphosate and other herbicides and other things so they can spray more chemicals on the plants. So that was really the problem that I saw with GMO at the time is not so much that they're trying to make improvements in the genetics of a plant. It's just what improvements are you trying to make and why are you making it? Now, if you're trying to make the plant where it'll have more nutrient content, where it'll have more vitamin C or vitamin B or potassium or something like that in the fruit so that people can eat healthier, I mean, that's one thing. But if you're doing it to spray more chemicals so that you can turn around and sell more chemicals to the farmers, in my opinion, that's not helping the people eating the food, and it's ultimately probably not helping the farmers in the long run either. So we're trying to do our part to help make agriculture clean again. We want to help make agriculture more regenerative and sustainable. We want to help farmers that are interested in either transitioning to organic or maybe using less chemicals. We want to help you guys do that. And even if you're just looking at it from an economic standpoint, if you're looking at it like, well, hey, next year the cost of fertilizer is going to increase by 30%. I want to reduce my usage just so I'm not taking it, taking a ride on it or getting hurt financially because of this. Again, we're here to help you. I mean, the cost of our device, when you look at the increase in yield and reduction of input cost, is nominal for most specialty croppers. So to give us a call, and I'm not hearing any comments, so either a lot of people are just silently nodding their heads with me, or otherwise maybe they're stirring some stuff up. But guys, again, if you want to find out more about what we're doing, or if you want to work with us, even if you're not a farmer, if you happen to know farmers and you want to work with us to help us get this out there so that more farmers can benefit, give us a call. 727-324-6750. That's our main number. We want to work with farmers. We want to improve what you're already doing and make it more efficient so that you guys can make more money, and so that the people that are eating your fruits and vegetables can have healthier, better quality fruit as well. So that's really all I got. Sorry for the rant today, guys, or maybe I'm not so sorry. Sometimes you just got to get it out there and let people know. I try to be the nice guy. I try to be diplomatic and and positive as much as I can, because at the end of the day, I think that's maybe a better way of bringing everybody forward. But sometimes I think you just got to let it out. You got to let it out. You got to say, hey, what's happening now in terms of agriculture, in terms of what's happening to agriculture by the powers that be, is not right. I don't agree with it, and I support farmers all the way, and whatever you guys want to do to help combat it. And I'm all about helping everybody eat healthy. That's my main mission. If I can help people eat healthier, and if I can help my kids eat healthier, if I can help farmers make more money and produce better quality food in the process, then I'm all on board. So if you guys need any help from me or you want to work with me one on one, give me a call and let's figure out how we can help make the world a better place, one farm at a time, and help you become part of the future of farming today. That's all we got today, guys. Have a great day. We'll see you again tomorrow. If you have questions or comments or anything else, you can leave them here in the chat. You can also leave a comment on Messenger on Facebook, or as Facebook went down yesterday, if that's not reliable, give us a call over here at 727-324-6750. We would love to hear from you and work